So we ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna get into this one right now. Lamar Jackson, obviously still the topic of conversation because we all sitting there with our heads exploded like, what happened? Ravens were too damn good this year for it to end that way. Not end in a loss, in that way in a loss. We all know, forced fumble right at the goal line. We all know, taunting penalty. We all know, interception in the end zone. Yeah, that's how the game goes. But there was more to it in this situation. They only ran the ball 16 times. The first half really looked discombobulated. Second half didn't make the proper adjustments. So we were like, more of the same? What is this? Lamar Jackson sitting in the pocket. Even when he could run, he still was sitting in the pocket. They said half of his scrambles, half of his rushing attempts were just him still trying to throw the ball. Not even design runs. What? What is going on here? Sound of Odell Beckham on the sideline saying, hey, dog, in the AFC Championship game, when you run, it changes the whole dynamic of the game. Basically urging Lamar Jackson to wake up. I don't give a damn what they call him. Go out there and start balling like you can, like the MVP, two-time MVP you are. Well, all that still ended out with a big fat L, damn it. But now we have to go deeper because there was a reason. There's a method to this madness, right? What was the reason behind them just getting off game plan? It was just the Kansas City defense that damn good? Was it the aura of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and, here come the red, and we can't do anything? Jason Whitlock has an interesting point. And it's a point that I've talked about during this week, like there was more on Lamar Jackson than just playing football, right? I said he fell victim to being that black mobile quarterback. And it's not something that should be labeled just black, but mobile, because Steve Young fell victim to it for a while. But the point is, there was some stigma around the way he played the game. Well, as Jason Whitlock does, my dog, he went deeper with this. So Ryan Clark and Jason Whitlock are now pitted against each other in this conversation. And probably don't even know that they are. At least Whitlock does. Ryan Clark said that what Lamar Jackson was facing and what Lamar Jackson was responsible for in the AFC Championship game was more than just the Ravens advancing to the Super Bowl. Oh, you don't believe me? Listen to it all. Whitlock and Ryan Clark.
According to ESPN football analyst Ryan Clark, Lamar Jackson had a chance to be the first authentic black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Don't take my word for it. Listen to Ryan Clark.
This is the biggest moment of Lamar Jackson's entire career. And let's be real, Lamar Jackson is playing for more than himself. And I know we've had the Doug Williams win Super Bowls, Patrick Mahomes, we've had the Russell Wilsons, but Lamar Jackson is different from all of them. Lamar Jackson has gone against the status quo, gone against the familiar since the moment he was drafted by not choosing an agent and staying with his mother, allowing her to be part of his representation by the hair he wears, by the way he talks, by the way he plays. This is bigger than Doug Williams. When John Harbaugh sat on the sideline next to Lamar Jackson during his first run as an MVP and said, do you know how many kids are going to go buy number 8 jerseys because of you? Because they look like you, because they talk like you, because they come from places that you came from, and he never switched up. He never became anything but Lamar Jackson. He never changed his style of play. He just improved on it. He never changed the way that he directed or he behaved in press conferences. He just improved on it. And he never changed the way that he led a locker room. He just improved on it. But it stayed authentically Lamar Jackson. And for that reason, when he wins or when he loses, the conversation is about so much bigger than just who he is as a player. So this is imperative that Lamar Jackson not only wins this game, but he wins the Super Bowl, because it's an entire culture on the back of that jersey, not just the name Jackson.
So just keep in mind what Ryan Clark just said. An entire culture rests on the back of Lamar Jackson's jersey. And so he never used the word black, but you know it was implied. And so in this authenticity that Jackson represents, that somehow Doug Williams, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes, they don't qualify. They don't represent blackness authentically. They don't wear or didn't wear cornrows and big gold chains and talk in a dialect that represents the so-called culture. These guys like Ryan Clark, unable to be provocative, interesting, insightful, or useful on any topic beyond shouts or insinuations of white supremacy. Black media elites have used Lamar and black assistant coaches as fodder and ammunition to justify their own existence in the media.
Man. Woo! Okay. All right. Let me just preface everything I'm about to say, because when I pick topics, I don't pick them by likability. I don't pick it by the person I like. I pick it by the topic I like. I pick it by the fact that they're saying something that I resonate with, and more importantly, I can use to trampoline into other conversations, deeper conversations, right? Life lessons, as we like to say on this show. So I'm not into likability. I'm into truth telling, okay? So I've used Ryan Clark as the protagonist and as the antagonist, right? Same with Jason Whitlock. I'm gonna use you all for these life lessons. You can do the same. What I heard right there is disturbing from Ryan Clark. Even though I know what Ryan Clark is saying, and even though I know I've had that conversation before, and even though I know Ryan Clark is not off the reservation in having that conversation, but to actually think about something and actually do it, execute on it, and actually believe it, whole different animal, right? I've thought about it before. I've even had the conversation before, but I never internalized it as belief. Ryan Clark has. Okay, so let's go through that process, because I'm not here to condemn Ryan Clark. I'm here to condemn what I heard that Ryan Clark said, if you get the difference. This is why I hate PC culture. I hate PC culture because of likability. I hate PC culture because people are trying so hard in pandering to be liked. People are trying so hard to say what they think that general mass wants to hear, even though they know they should be there to influence that general mass instead of saying or stooping down to what that general level of knowledge is or experience. So people basically are not into telling the truth anymore. While I may disagree with you, I will never disrespect you. I may not respect what you're saying. I may not respect that viewpoint, but I will always respect you as a whole. Now, when I hear what Ryan Clark said, I'm like, I don't agree with that viewpoint of you, but I am not here to disrespect or disagree with all of you. Let's talk about the action. Let's talk about the act, not the actor. Whew. Whitlock nailed this one, y'all. Let me tell you why. Ryan Clark basically went out there and said, never change, just improved on it. Never changed. He said that Lamar Jackson never changed. He just improved on it. Little semantics right there, right? If you never change, I think by definition, you never change. But if you never change, but you improve on it, I know what you're trying to say. Let's get it. Let's cut through the chase. You're trying to say the core, the authenticity, the real of Lamar Jackson stayed the real of Lamar Jackson. He just improved on that realness. Okay, I'll help you out. But why in the first place is there a resistance to change? And maybe this is not for all cultures, but it's certainly for the black culture. This resistance to change, this resistance to stay down, this resistance that I gotta keep it real, which really means I gotta keep it the same way I grew up, which ain't always real. Or it's really fucked up how you grew up, but it ain't always real. Like, real to me can adjust because reality changes. So what's the core of reality? What's the root word of reality? Real. So when your reality changes, what's real needs to change with it. Why is there just so much backlash and just resistance when you change? You're supposed to change. The world keeps spinning. You got to keep winning. It ain't going to be the same game twice ever. No 2 days are the same, but you going to be the same? What? How ignorant is this? Wish I didn't have experience with this, but I've had experience with this. I wish Ryan Clark would have used this platform in that moment to remind Lamar Jackson and everybody that you are changing. Because he had changed. He had went to a different level. This is the AFC Championship game. You better change it up. This ain't the same. This ain't the regular season. This ain't no wild card game. This ain't no divisional game. This is for the championship of a conference. And then you had another level that I hope you were going to change for. Get it? But no, you ain't real if you changing up. No, you know what I mean. You got to keep it. No, I don't know what you mean because you don't know what you mean. Okay? Stop trying to use semantics talking about, oh, you kept it the same, but you changed a little. You just improved. It's a ghetto-ass mindset. It's restrictive. It keeps people locked in. Oh, man, you don't change. I remember when I got drafted, people were like, don't change. I said, did I get some change? They were like, yeah. I said, I'm about to change. Call me what you want, bruh. What you mean? Everything different. Yesterday, I didn't know what a CPA was. Today, I got 2 of them trying to get me. Change? What you mean change? Dog, I'm having financial meetings about legacy. Don't change. Okay, where the piggy bank at? Let me get some penny rolls. Let me go to Bank of America on Crenshaw. Like, what you mean change, bro? It's gonna change. Like, only real people really understand this. And so many real people don't want the smoke, don't want the noise, so they don't bother educating people. They don't bother because you can't argue with somebody who don't get it, who's not enlightened. They just gonna beat you up with the experience of not knowing. And then you're gonna get fatigued. I see it all the time. Being a mentor, having a foundation, it's so many guys that I know that are reluctant to really do public service. Cause they like, dog, I ain't got time to be taking them throws and them arrows. I ain't got time to be taking them shots. I ain't got time to be arguing with these cats and they don't get it. And I'm like, dog, well, who are you talking to? You just gonna ride with those who get it? I said, that's a good echo chamber to be in. I said, don't forget though, you gotta coexist. You keep ignoring the ignorant. They be in your window tonight. You know what I mean? Keep ignoring the craziness out here. What the hell are you talking about? So, an entire culture was on the back of Lamar Jackson's jersey. Number 8, not just the name Jackson. You can't make up this level of theater, right? You can't make up this level of BS. But he ain't wrong to some people. Like, this is what's crazy. Some people really put that on Lamar. And it sounded like, at least Whitlock's point is, Lamar put it on himself. Or the Ravens put it on themselves. Now, from the outside, we all look at the Ravens like it's the blackest team in the league. Like, be real, right? Like, not just the uniforms. Just like, I mean, from Ozzie Newsome when they had him there, just to like the way that they style of play, and it was like just Baltimore and the Wire. Like, they just did it. Like how the Raiders became the most gangster team just because of the Raiders and the NWA and black and silver and all the gangsters showing up. Essays, Crips, Bloods, like in LA, like it just happened, right? It was just like this attachment. But this whole attachment that you ain't authentic, you ain't a real one if you don't keep it the same, if you change it up. You know how many affluent real ones I know? It's so good to see an affluent real one because that transition y'all giggle about. Y'all laugh like, oh, remember when I used to? Ain't nothing better than meeting somebody who could look at you, laugh, and be like, you remember when I used to? Right? How do you say that if you ain't changed? You don't say what I used to. You say what I'm doing. You say what's up right now. So, I do know what Ryan Clark is trying to say. And I'm tired of hearing it. And I'm certainly tired of people like him believing it, who have the platform, who actually influence others with the power of their words. So where I think this all meets is we all witness, unfortunately, the Ravens losing in a way that makes us scratch our heads and say, damn, they didn't play their best ball. I don't mind losing. Listen to me. I am competitive. That's what they tell me. I like to win a lot. That's what they tell me. But I know this. I'm okay with losing if I did my real best. And we're going to talk about what the best really is later in this show, in the secrets of the universe. But if I did my best, I'm okay with it. It's going to hurt for a second, but I'm going to get over it pretty fast. Why? I couldn't have done another damn thing, coach. Leave me alone. Hey, in the back of my head, leave me alone. Hey, when I go to bed tonight, leave me alone. Hey, Mr. Nightmare, leave me alone. I couldn't have done anything else. You know, but I've also lost games where I didn't give it my all. I've lost games where I lost contain. I didn't run to that play. Damn it, I didn't study what they do on 3rd and half an inch. Damn it. Those are the ones that eat you up, right? That's the regret, because if you would have did something else, you would have had a different result. I couldn't have done anything else in a lot of my losses, so that's why I'm okay with them. What else could I have done? This situation, since the Ravens didn't dance with the girl that they brought to the dance, you're sitting there like, man, come on. How you going to act like that? You don't do that at the prom. You know what I mean? You do that at the club. You don't do that at the prom. You brought the girl here, dance with her, damn it. You brought the running game here. You brought the defense here, dance with it, damn it. You brought Lamar Jackson, who runs out the pocket, dance with him, damn it. And didn't do it. They didn't dance with the girl that they brought. So it just highlights what Whitlock is saying. And even though Ryan Clark sounds well-intentioned, it just comes off as pandering. It just comes off as BS. So Doug Williams and Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson, they're not authentic. That's the problem with the black culture, if we say they're not authentic. Now, mind you, the problem is, by definition of black, that's the flaw. How do you properly define black? That's the fatal flaw. I talked about this before, the one-drop rule and how fatalistic that is for us continuing to still define ourselves like that. Oh, you think it's a problem me saying that? Let me give you an example, shall I? In this restrictive culture that is based on one-drop rule, right? Okay. Black culture and white culture, are they the same or different? Different. Now, do they have similarities? Some things in common, right? There's some interdependence in there, but they're different. Let's just, for the sake of argument, say they're different. Okay, so imagine if two cultures are different, right? But then you as one person have two cultures in you, but you're only one. That is a black and a white child who, in this country, by culture, by mainstream, we have forced to pick one, even though they got two in them. Have you ever talked to somebody who's half black and half white? I know I have. Matter of fact, I have a child by one. And I have 3 other children by another. Yes, my wife right now is Nigerian and Dutch. But she's Canadian and adopted. Good Lord, y'all know I have problems. You know our pillow talk gangster, right? But the point being, 2 different cultures in there. Then she don't even know both of them intimately because she was raised by Polynesians. What the hell? Don't even get started. But I'll give you a cleaner example. My baby mama. Hey, girl. Black and white. Straight up, like black and white. You know, civil rights era. Hey, white guy, black woman, you know, little fro, all that. Y'all know that. We seen it all in the neighborhood. Stop it. All right, so black and white. I remember when we were talking about Colin Kaepernick when he was in the news like every single second, not even every day, every second. And I was highlighting the cultural differences of how he was raised and how I was raised and how he was forced to be in a different situation or predicament than me. And until I really predict this, until we fully address that we have different cultures within our culture and we can properly identify them without the stigma, without the backlash, without you not being authentic and you being real, we're going to always have these identity issues. Now, I look at some of the other cultures and other ethnicities and I see how they can break it down. Oh, I could be Irish. You know what I mean? I'm white, but I'm Irish. Like, you know, I could go here. And until we can go there, you know, instead of forcing Tiger Woods to pick, you know what I mean? They don't talk Tiger Woods into saying he ain't Asian. Like, what? I don't wish this. God knows what he gave me is all I need, because boy, if he gave me more, I'd act a fool. If I were mixed, I will be over here middle fingering all y'all when y'all try to tell me what the hell I am. Like, what? And I'm Taiwanese and black. They be like, no, you're black. I'm like, yeah, and Taiwanese. And you know how kids be doing that? Yes, no, yes, no. The interview wouldn't end till he says Taiwanese. the hell are we doing to people? Like, it's crazy. But all of this goes together into that take of Ryan Clark. So tell me, was Lamar being different? Like Whitlock said, Ryan Clark has a point here. Where do you take Ryan Clark's words? Do you take it as far as Whitlock does, or you take it to somewhere else? You think their season, Baltimore, was a failure? I mean, losing like that, just feel like, what you do all that for? Like, go out the way you came in. Don't go out that way. It's kind of weird, right? And for real, break down what Ryan Clark was saying. Want to see what y'all think of his take and Jason Whitlock's take as well. Beat it up in the comments. Have some fun with it. I know I went long on that, but sometimes shit is strong. You got to go there.